This is Eileen Caddy's guidance for today, January the 9th. Those souls who abide in me and live and move and have their being in me and my light and love are fully protected from all forces that would destroy. So be not bowed down by the cares of the world, by the conditions of your fellow human beings. If you become bowed down, you cannot help. For you become part of the chaos and confusion that the world is in. As the darkness in the world grows ever denser, your inner light must increase in power and strength so that you can overcome the world and demonstrate eternal life and light. Allow nothing negative within you to dim the light, but let it blaze forth in you. The light within cannot be extinguished by any force without, but remains forever burning brightly, no matter what world conditions may be like. By your living example, you can help to change darkness into light. Keep in constant contact with me, letting me inspire you in every way. Well, an appropriate one for right now, with all of the pain and conflict that is currently going on in the Middle East as I record this, the calls to condemn terrorist activity and also call for a ceasefire as well, and an urging for peace in the region by people everywhere around. Very often, I think there can be a risk of using our spiritual path to avoid pain, to avoid the pain and suffering of the world. And I don't believe that's what this teaching or any other spiritual teaching is encouraging. It's not about turning a blind eye to the realities of what is going on. I think we must always remain compassionate and open-hearted and realistic. But it is about learning how to hold on to an anchor of our own inner light in that space. When we get drawn into the story playing out on the world stage, it can be so painful to watch, and it can help us feel so helpless to not be able to do anything, that it creates a physical reaction in the body. It activates our nervous system, it activates fight or flight. It shuts down our instincts, our creativity, our connection to God, our openness and receptivity to wise solutions and decision making, because the adrenaline and the stress hormones are starting to pump. It creates fear as we go into the story, as we get drawn more and more into that story. I think the key is finding the discernment and the skill with which to navigate, anchoring our light, holding on to compassion, holding on to a peaceful, calm nervous system, not by denying the pain, suffering, or realities of the world, but by not allowing it to take us over or be drawn into it, so that we can respond from a compassionate place of leadership. How much more effective and powerful to respond to things that are going on, to take action to things that are going on, whether that's writing to your MP, offering a charitable donation, researching organizations that you want to donate to, whatever the action step is that helps you feel that you are doing something. It's so much easier to respond from a place of strength and calm equanimity than it is to come from a place of fear. So I think that's important to say, because I think very often spiritual teachings can be used to spiritually bypass pain and fear and difficult circumstances and suffering. And I don't think that any great spiritual teacher or mystic ever encouraged that, ever encouraged us not to be of the world. We can be from the world, but not drawn into it, not pulled into it. And I think that's really important right now to remember. Sending lots of